there's one particular issue regarding women which has not got the focus it should get. Yes, dear friends, this issue is the postpartum depression, PPD. And I would like to ask Radhika, Radhika, what do you think is postpartum depression? What are the signs and symptoms, and how would anybody differentiate postpartum depression from normal baby blues?
Okay. So with postpartum depression, this is it's a much more serious condition than baby blues. So to say, it can occur any time within 1 year of giving birth
Yes.
to a child.
Yes.
But it's also important to remember that it can happen during pregnancy as well.
Yes.
It
Yes.
can happen with a miscarriage as well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
with baby blues, Dr. Priya, what happens is baby blues tend to go away after 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
After giving birth. But with postpartum depression, it's much more serious than that.
And what are the telltale signs of
Right.
postpartum depression?
So there are 2 very important signs that you need to look out for.
Mhm.
One is loss of interest and pleasure in
Yes.
things that you used to enjoy.
Absolutely.
And secondly, it's a low mood, persistent low mood.
Yes.
When you're feeling sad all the time,
Yes.
maybe you're crying
Yes.
a lot,
Yes.
and they last for many, many days and weeks.
Does it change anything to do with your appetite and your sleep?
Right. So along with these 2 very important signs, there are other signs and symptoms which will tell you that, maybe you're suffering from PPD. Your appetite changes.
Yes.
You can have a very, very low appetite, you don't feel like eating anything.
Yes. Yes.
Or, the craving might be so much, and this is much more and beyond than eating enough for you and your baby,
Yes.
more than these confinement foods that we're
Yes.
used to.
Yes.
And with sleep changes,
Yes.
just not getting enough sleep,
Yes.
or with some people just feeling like sleeping constantly.
Yeah. What should a woman do if she feels that she's having postpartum depression?
I think firstly it's so important to know that you're not alone. There are many other women suffering and going through the same thing. So it's important to talk to people about what you're going through. Secondly, know that you are not to blame.
Yes. Don't
Okay.
feel guilty. It's not
Yeah.
something that you have brought upon yourself.
And sometimes there's a feeling of worthlessness that I'm not a good enough mother.
Yes. And that usually happens with the first time mother for a firstborn.
Yes.
Maybe in the second, third, it decreases slightly because you are kind of a pro in managing kids. But for a first mother, first time, firstborn, yes. But like she said, you have to reach out.
Yes.
And not just to other mothers, friends and family, but also to medical professionals. You do need counseling, and do look out for an empathetic counselor like Radhika or anyone else in your vicinity. You need counselors. You need health practitioners. Remember the hormonal and biological overlay? So you do need medication. Yes. And I understand that most of you are breastfeeding, so you can't take chemical medications to when you're breastfeeding your baby. But then there are traditional therapies like traditional Chinese medicine, like Ayurveda, like homeopathy. In homeopathy, we have great medicines for postpartum depression. Not only that, we have medicines for these things that add up to postpartum depression, like mastitis, which can be very painful, like fissures, which happen after birth, like pain in the scars either of episiotomy or cervical C-section, and even for the little baby who sometimes gets all colicky, all sleepless and troubles the mother, yes, and adds to a depression. So then there are aromatherapy blends which can be used to calm the mind. Yes, so it's a more holistic approach that even altering your diet, keeping in tandem, of course, with your traditional confinement food, but there can be a lot of alterations. And yes, don't forget your supplements. Radhika, most women, when they are pregnant, they will have their supplements very regularly because they want a strong baby, like vitamin D and calcium. But the moment the baby is born, they forget about themselves.
and that adds to everything.
Absolutely.
Because taking care of the mother of your own self
Yes.
rather than just focusing on the baby
Yes.
is so important.
Yes.
Proper rest, nutrition,
Yes.
exercise,
Exercise.
and
Yes.
having me time
Yes.
away from the baby.
Yes. So, dear friends, if you have a friend who has just delivered, don't wait for her to reach out. You reach out to her. Walk into her home and say, "Do you want me to help you take care of the baby? Let her sleep while you take care of the baby." Right?
Absolutely.
Maybe cook something for her and take it so that she can eat and doesn't have to spend time in the kitchen. Yes, they do need you. And if you are a new time mom, pick up your phone and call your friends, ask for help. It's not wrong, right? Let's not say, shoo it away, oh, this happens to everybody. No, let's reach out and together let's raise happy, healthy, harmonious kids for a happy, healthy future.